What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's Tiffany G here with another Vlogmas video. Today is what, day 8? Yep, day 8. This is day 8. So your girl is going strong with Vlogmas. But anywho, today I am here to tell you guys about my pregnancy journey. So if you want to hear more, stay tuned. All right, so what's up, y'all? Yeah, today I'm finally sharing my pregnancy journey. Just basically the whole thing, labor, delivery, all of that. So yeah, just a little bit from the beginning. I got pregnant in August of 2017. I'm not going to go all into the details or whatever. But I will say when I found out, I was in the bathroom, right? And so I was sitting there waiting, and I had a feeling that I was, but you know, you never know, right? Sometimes your body does weird things. When I looked at the test, y'all, it was almost like the test was screaming at me. It was like, the test was like, oh yeah, you pregnant. Like it was, the lines were dark. Both lines were dark. It was clear as day, y'all. And I was literally just sitting there like, so yeah, I was super duper shocked. I mean, I wasn't shocked because I mean, we all know when you do certain things, it could lead to pregnancy. So, you know that's a possibility, but I just didn't think, I don't know why, it just really came as a shock to me. At first, I wasn't like super excited, mainly because, you know, I'm a church girl, I'm a believer, you know, so for me, it was more so, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant, not married, you know what I mean? All of those thoughts run through your mind. You don't want to worry about people judging you, blah, 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 whatever. But eventually, obviously, I came around because it was like, this baby coming one way or another. So let's just get ready. Let's just, you know, do what needs to be done. My pregnancy was pretty smooth. I didn't, you know, deal with any like drastic morning sickness or anything like that. I didn't throw up pretty much throughout the whole pregnancy except once, and that was right before I was about to have her, which I heard that happens, like you know, throw up or you can't keep your food down like when it's close to time to deliver. That did happen to me. But other than that, like I literally had maybe like 2 or 3 waves of nausea the first trimester. Other than that, I was just really sleepy. Second trimester, I felt great, which is typical, that's normal. In third trimester, I started to get tired, a lot of pain. It took me a minute to get up and walk. Just like it was a lot of pain. At that point, I was like, okay, I'm ready to get this girl gotta go. Trying to get her out. But yeah, the only other things I dealt with was like, you know, obviously swelling. I did deal with some carpal tunnel. I think it was my right hand, but it went away as soon as like I had my daughter. It was just pregnancy related. But yeah, my pregnancy was pretty smooth. Yeah, so towards the end when I was about to have her, this one night in particular, I had 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Mind you, I had eaten peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like pretty much my whole pregnancy. Like it wasn't, you know, something that I couldn't keep down or didn't like. I would say maybe like, I don't know, 2 in the morning maybe like midnight, I started noticing that my stomach was like kind of like acting funny. I was like, maybe I gotta throw up, because it kind of started, like I said, it started to feel like just like that, I can't explain it, like that queasy feeling. So I stood over the toilet, boom, it came out. And I was kind of surprised because I'm like, yo, I haven't thrown up my entire pregnancy. Where's this coming from, right? But after that, this was May 14th. At about 4 in the afternoon, I was sitting there watching TV. I had been dealing with like these little cramps, but I would literally get them maybe once a day and that would be it. And I know sometimes like it would be joint ligament pain, stuff like that. So I was like, okay. I noticed that I had a couple cramps down there, and I was like, okay, that's normal, whatever. Maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later, I noticed that the cramps kept coming. I was like, wait a minute. They don't usually come this frequently. Hold on. I called my mom, you know, because my mom has 5 kids, so she know what it is. Okay, she know, mothers know. Okay, which speaking of my mom, she knew that I was pregnant before I told her. But anywho, so I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, I'm having some cramps. I'm like, they keep coming, like they're pretty consistent, and I've never had cramps like this consistent my entire pregnancy. And she said, well, that sound like you have contractions to me. She was like, because that happened to me, you know, when I had y'all. She was like, it's like, it felt like cramps and they come consistently. More than likely that's a contraction. She was like, you need to call the doctor. As time went on, they got stronger and stronger. So at this point, I knew that these were contractions. So I was like, okay, we got to go to the hospital because they're getting bad. So me, my mom, and my 2 sisters, we got up, got dressed, I got washed up, and we went to the hospital. Here's what's so funny. When we got there, we got to the desk, the girl who's at the desk, I told her, I'm like, I'm having contractions or whatever. And so I guess because I wasn't like all bent over and, you know, she was not sure that I was in labor. She wasn't sure that I was having, you know what I mean? Like that it was that bad. And so she was like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm sitting here thinking, lady, I know what I'm feeling. Like, yes, I'm sure. I know I'm not, you know, acting all crazy and, you know what I'm saying, like crying and out of control. And that's because I can take the pain well. But yes, I'm sure I'm having contractions. Like, I know I'm in labor. And the nurse came and checked me. And I was at 4 centimeters when I got there. So I was almost at 5. And maybe like 30 seconds later, y'all, I felt like something gush, like the wetness. And I was like, what is that? I'm like, I know I ain't peeing on myself. What is this? And so I'm looking at my mom and we like, So I called the nurse back over there and she looked and she was like, oh my goodness. She was like, your water just broke. But she also noticed that there was meconium, I believe, like in the mixture. So I guess Melina had pooped before she came out. But the nurses were really like surprised because y'all, I was just laying there just kind of like, if I had a contraction, I would close my eyes and just take it and then I'll be cool. And so the nurses were like, you're doing really great. Like, oh my gosh, you're doing amazing. So I was like, oh, thanks. Like, I don't know. I do pretty well with pain. So it really wasn't that bad for me. Unfortunately, I didn't really make it past 5 centimeters for a while. I did end up getting a epidural, which now I kind of regret, but at the time, like I said, it was my first pregnancy, so I think I let my mind get the best of me and the fear of the pain, and so I ended up getting it. I don't know if that slowed me down or what. I don't know if it was the fact that Melina pooped and there was like meconium in there. I don't know. It was a lot of different things. Her heart rate, it was kind of a little funny too, so many factors. So, you know, a lot of stuff could have caused me to slow down as far as, you know, dilating any further. So at that point, because of the meconium and they didn't want her like, you know what I mean, breathing that in or getting any of that in, inhaling that, they wanted to hurry up and get her out. With pregnancy, with labor and delivery and all that, it could go any kind of way. So I was already open coming into, you know what I mean? I knew that it could go anyway as long as my child was healthy. So of course I agreed. I'm like, yeah, get her out of here, get her out, because I don't want her to breathe that or inhale that. I don't want anything to happen or for her to, you know what I mean, get sick or whatever. So of course I agreed. Like, 5 centimeters, my baby is just sitting in here, her heart rate going up and down, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, let's do the C-section. I didn't really want to do it, but like I said, whatever I got to do to get my baby out and make sure that she's healthy, so be it. I will say though, I pray that I don't have to have another C-section because my experience was not pretty. I mean, nothing went wrong, but just the way that I felt, I didn't like it. I was so drugged up, like, I could barely keep my eyes open. Like, I would fall asleep, wake up, and it was just like, my daughter's father, he was there with me, of course. Then I threw up at one point, so they had to put, like, I don't even know the name of it. They had to put something in my mouth to catch, you know, like, throw up or whatever. So I'm laying with my hands to the side, like, crazy. I don't know, it just felt, it was like a claustrophobic type of feeling, and I am claustrophobic. So that's what made it worse. So I literally just kept asking him, are they almost done? Are they almost done? Oh my God, are they almost done? That's all I kept asking because I just wanted to get off that table. Finally, they ended up bringing the baby to me because, again, I really just wanted to see her. Once I knew that she was out, I just wanted to see her face. You know, after carrying a baby for 9 months and having this connection with this little person, this human being that you're carrying, and like, you're excited to see what they're gonna look like, what they're gonna be like, especially as a first-time parent. So I just really wanted to see her, but I couldn't hold her because I was drugged up. But they did bring her to me, and I saw her, and of course I couldn't cry because I was so drugged up. I was trying to cry, it was trying to come out, but it just did not come out. But I felt the emotion. I knew I felt the emotion. So they had to take her and run to the NICU because of the meconium. So they had to make sure that, you know, she would be good and make sure that nothing got, you know, all up in there or whatever, in her lungs or whatever. Only thing that sucked, I couldn't hold her right away. But once I did hold her, like, y'all, that was like the best feeling ever. Like, I was just so happy to hold my baby. It was crazy. But she was only in the NICU for a day. My experience at the hospital was great. Yeah, it was great. I think the only part that sucked as well was like the healing process. The healing process of a C-section ain't no joke, because you basically got like a minor surgery, you know what I'm saying? So definitely no joke. Other than that, my pregnancy journey was, it was pretty cool. It was a beautiful experience. I did enjoy being pregnant. I, you know, didn't really enjoy so much of the delivery part, but it is what it is. My child is healthy and she's good. She doesn't have any major, you know, issues or anything like that. So I'm thankful to God about that. And yeah, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this 8th day of Vlogmas, and I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.